I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about this on the radio.
Can I ask why?
It was a mistake.
Okay. You sound upset. Did Trevor upset you?
Listen, it just wasn't. It was a mistake.
Were you drunk? Nobody's here to judge you. I mean, we've all been there. Mm-hmm. Were you just like, because we've all made out with someone and been drunk and been like, that was a mistake.
The only reason I'm going to tell you this is because I need you to tell him to stop calling me, okay? I have a fiance.
Fiance?
Oh, Christine. That was a mistake.
Yeah, so I don't want to talk about this.
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
That makes sense.
That's a good idea. What? So many questions. Christine, why did your girlfriend give Trevor your number?
She was drunk? I don't know. Listen, I'm getting married in a week.
Oh!
What? That was the night of my bachelorette party. It was kind of the last event that we went to.
Uh-huh.
I should not have even danced with him, or we were just having fun and we were talking, but like he kissed me and
yeah.
I'm getting married next week.
Oh my God!
I mean, whew.
Christine?
Yeah?
I should let you know that Trevor is actually on the other line and heard everything that you just said.
Yeah.
What? You guys, like, I don't...
That's insane. That's crazy. If you knew the things I've been thinking for the past week.
You understand why I wasn't answering the phone, though. I'm engaged.
That kiss on the dance floor, though, that wasn't just me kissing you.
Oh.
Yes, I don't know what you're talking about. That was
started it, but
absolutely you kissing me.
That's how it started, but that's not how it ended.
It wasn't that long. Just because I slipped doesn't mean, like, that was an invitation.
Yeah, but you accepted the invitation once I gave it to you. You can't tell me that, too.
Does your fiance have any idea?
No, of course not.
Can I ask, Trevor, how did you not know it was a bachelorette party?
It was the after party. You know, most of it had been at another place where everything had been set up.
And you didn't have, like, any bachelorette, like, crown or sash?
No, we had packed up everything into the car and left everything there.
Christine,
we were literally just running in for one more drink because it was just our last stop of the evening before going home.
Christine, if it was really just all one-sided and Trevor just kissed you, why are you so embarrassed about it? Like, why wouldn't you tell your fiance about it? Just like, some guy kissed me and had nothing to do with it.
Because he's a jealous guy.
Yeah.
This guy's a jealous guy. You don't want to get married to this guy.
Oh, Trevor.
Jealousy is not a sign of confidence.
Oh, there you go.
Trevor still wants a shot.
Oh, my
Well, I'm just saying, if her friends are giving out her phone number on her wedding, like her bachelorette party, then they obviously are, maybe it's a joke, but that sounds like a joke that says something about how they feel about your fiance.
Okay.
What?
Well, at this point...
What?
And, I mean, marriage, if you believe in marriage and you're planning on staying with this guy for a lifetime's a long time to spend with some jealous guy who your friends don't approve of.
You are not doing this right now.
Because honestly, my life flashed in front of my eyes after we kissed. I was like, I could spend my life with this girl. I had that feeling.
Trevor, slow the fun truck
I had
down.
that feeling. I'm just saying, I know what planning goes into a wedding, I can imagine, but it's a lifetime, and you don't want to be divorced in 2 years trying to call me when I'm going out with somebody else.
My goodness,
Christine,
you are not doing this.
What do you have to say about that?
Maybe if this were a year ago, it would be a different story, but it's not.
I'm sure it would be.
That is not a no.
It sounds like she's
How about this?
Oh, no.
Christine, you're not married yet. We would love to send you out on a date with Trevor. We'll pay for it. That way your fiance won't be able to check any credit card statement and see that you've been out on a date.
Christine, I am so sorry.
Would you like to go out with Trevor? We'll pay for it.
Yeah, I'm going to get married next week, but I appreciate the call, guys, okay?
Hey, when you do get married, make sure you kiss the groom.
Hey.
Hello?
Hi, is Marissa there?
Yeah, this is her.
Hello, Marissa. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show. Yeah, you are definitely a listener. Do you have a few seconds to talk to us?
I'm sorry, why are you guys... What is this? Why are you guys calling me?
I'm calling you because a listener of ours sent us an email about you.
Really?
Yeah, and they asked me to give you a call.
Okay.
His name is Jimmy, and you went out on a date with him recently.
Oh, no.
Okay, so you remember Jimmy.
Oh, God, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. All right. It sounds like you didn't have a fun time. It sounds like you didn't have a fun time with Jimmy. Jimmy had a great time with you. The reason that I'm calling is he'd love to see you again, but you're not responding to any of his text messages. Judging from your reaction right there, you definitely aren't doing that on accident.
Nope, that's on purpose.
Okay. Is there something that Jimmy did to make you not like him?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Is it the fact that he left in the middle of your date to take care of some sort of medical issue that he won't tell us what the medical issue is, but he described your date to us and said that everything went well until that moment where he got up, left, and came back 15 minutes later, and then you seemed kind of cold and upset.
He told you all of that?
Yep. But he said that he really likes you and would love to see you again. And if he can't see you again, he'd love to know why.
Wow. Okay.
Do you mind telling us what the issue is?
What, his medical issue?
Sure, I'd love to know. He won't tell me.
Yeah, we're dying.
If you want to tell us that, that's fine.
No.
Well, he never actually told me what the medical condition is, so I can't really help you with that.
Damn.
It's
All right.
good.
He wouldn't
Respect the man's privacy.
I know, I want to know. He wouldn't tell us either. Is that it, though? I'm assuming that's what happened.
I mean, we were having dinner, and I was telling him this story, and all of a sudden he got really quiet and stopped eating.
Okay.
And I could kind of tell that he wasn't really listening to my story, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So he tells me, he's like, so, hey, I haven't told you this, but I have this, like, medical condition, and I need to leave. So I'll be right back. And I was like, okay. And he actually left the restaurant. He walked right out of the restaurant. And I was like, oh, my God, he's ditching me, you know?
Yeah, he told us he went outside. But again, he wouldn't tell us what the issue was either.
Yeah. So I told my waiter, listen, I'm not dining and dashing, but I'm going to leave my purse right here. My date just left, and I need you to find out where he is. So I went outside, and I was searching just everywhere for him, and then finally went around the corner. There was like this alleyway, and I looked down the alley, and he's sitting there with a homeless guy smoking pot.
What?
Wait, what?
And I don't think he saw me. So I went back into the restaurant.
So he took a weed break in the middle of your date.
Yeah, and I was just like, this is the rudest thing that anyone's ever done to me. I mean, can't you wait till later?
He was smoking it with a homeless dude?
Yeah, he like bummed it from a homeless guy.
It's weird. Like, it's almost like if he passed by, the guy was like, oh, man,
Yeah.
I can't listen to this date anymore. I got to get outside and smoke with this dude real quick. Is that what it felt like to you?
I was shocked. You know, it was the first date, and my date had gone and smoked pot in the middle of it. I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. I was like, who does that?
Yeah. He could have at least invited you, right, Marissa?
Oh, come on. Marissa, I've been turned off in the past when a guy has gone out and taken a cigarette break. So, I mean, I can sympathize with you on that. Do you feel like he lied to you?
I don't care. Honestly, I just don't care. I just never want to see him again.
Marissa, if you could say anything to Jimmy right now, what would you say to him?
Stop texting me.
Stop texting me. Okay. I would like you now to say that to Jimmy because he's actually on the other line listening.
Shut up.
Hey, Marissa.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
Yeah.
How's it going?
What are you doing?
Jimmy, did you leave your date to go smoke weed with a homeless dude?
Okay, I did.
Nice.
But it is connected to a medical condition, and I didn't want to say anything, but
Are you stoned right now, Jimmy?
no, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
So you smoke medical marijuana for a legit medical reason.
Yeah, I have anxiety,
Wait.
and so that's what happened that night. Is she was talking to me, and I started to have like a panic attack in the middle of the conversation, and I had to go because I was getting like all sweaty, and I was like, I gotta go.
Okay, well, who's the homeless guy that you're smoking it with?
Yeah.
How does he fit in?
I don't know. He was actually really cool. And he asked what was up. I gave him a toke, and he was like, dude, what are you doing? You got to get back in there before she walks out on you. And I'm like, oh, my God, you're right.
Well, is Marissa even on the phone? Marissa, are you there still?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I thought you had hung up. So what do you think of Jimmy's story?
Jimmy, you could have at least just told me what you were doing. I would have understood, if that's what you needed to go do. Instead, you just, I had no idea if you were even going to come back.
In hindsight, you're right. I was just, in full panic, though, and I didn't know what to do because I really liked you, and I think that kind of made me nervous. And I'm sorry.
Well, lesson learned for the next date you go on, if there is ever one.
Oh, that sounds like you don't want to go out with him again, Marissa.
Come on.
No, I don't
What?
trust him.
I'll pay for a second date. Will you go out with Jimmy one more time? We'll pay for it.
No, it's not happening.
Weed and everything.
Yeah.
Come
I'll
on.
pay for it all.
You can get in on the action
Yeah.
this time, too.
There's no way I can get you to go out with Jimmy again?
Yeah, I'm just not a guy to leave in the middle of a first date to go smoke with the homeless.
Weird. I guess there's one girl out there who doesn't like that.
Dude, I learned a lesson today.
Yeah. Sorry, Jimmy.
Oh, well. Hey, you guys want to, hang out sometime?
No, dude, I'm not hitting off a homeless guy's pipe.
Hey, I'm there, bro. Hit me up.
Oh, gosh.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Alexandra, please?
This is Alexandra.
Hey, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. I'm sure you probably have no idea who we are.
No.
Okay. We host a morning radio show in Seattle,
Okay.
and we wanted to call you to ask you a couple questions about a mutual friend.
Oh.
When you were in town here in Seattle, you met a guy named Trevor,
Yeah.
and you guys had a kind of an evening out together, right?
Yeah. Oh, my
And-
God.
Things just get more intense
Yeah.
with Trevor, don't they?
We're calling to ask you why you haven't called Trevor back.
You're calling to ask me why I'm... this is weird.
I know.
Is it any weirder than your first date? Come on.
Here's what this is. We do a thing on our show called the Second Date Update. We're basically just calling you to ask you why you haven't gotten back to him.
Oh, well, I mean, it's really hard. I'm in Detroit.
Did you like him when you went out with him?
Yeah, I did. I mean, at first I was a little bit, it's not what I'm used to, someone being so intense so quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, as long as he wasn't 100% serious about jumping up and declaring his love on a first date, if it was just kind of for fun, I had a really good time.
But, you say it's just because of long distance, but didn't Trevor make it completely clear that he would do anything to make this relationship work?
Yeah, he did, but it was a first date.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I lived in Seattle, maybe things would be different.
Okay,
I
so
don't
it's,
know.
Alexandra, it's solely the Detroit-Seattle thing that you don't live here. That's it.
I would definitely, if I lived in Seattle, go out with him again.
Okay.
Alexandra, the distance shouldn't matter.
I know, but I like
Alexandra,
that
this
job.
is Trevor.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you were on the phone, too. Oh, my God, I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah.
No.
Trevor is on the phone.
Trevor is smitten.
Alexandra, I think you know, I had the best date. One night, it just can't be enough. It's just there was something magical there. I mean, I know that sounds incredibly ridiculous to say, but
Alexandra.
I would move heaven and earth to have a second date with you right now.
Oh, my God.
Come on,
Alexandra,
Alexandra.
you should see the faces of everybody in the room because we're all women. You should see the faces, though, of Brooke and Lydia seriously melting. Now, is that too much for you, or did you find that romantic, too?
I have to say, I wish you could see my face right now because I'm totally bright red. I'm so embarrassed, but that just touches. I don't know.
Yeah, Alexandra,
I'm
sorry
worried,
to
Trevor, that you're gonna maybe expect too much too soon, but how could I say no to
No expectations. No expectations. If it was a fluke and our second date is like a complete disaster, you'll never hear from me again. But it's just it was just too. I mean, I know I came on like super intense, and like I jumped up on park benches and ruined trees, but it was just, I don't know, it was just such a crazy night, and I just feel like you just can't let something like that just happen once. There's got to be more, and you need to go for it.
Alexandra,
Yeah.
do you believe in love at first sight?
I don't know. I used to think I did, and now I don't, but do you?
I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone right now. This is so weird. All right.
I told these guys earlier, Alexander, that I never even thought about it twice before, but when I saw you at lunch that day, I know it seemed like a line, but it was also true. You are the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. And if I need to fly up to Detroit for a weekend to have a second date with you, then I will come out to Detroit. I don't know what will happen after that, but something has to happen. So,
wow.
If whatever I need to do, I will make it happen because you are amazing, and I want the second date.
At the end of these second date updates, Alexandra, since you're not familiar, we always pay for the couple to go out again if they want to go out again. It'd probably bankrupt the radio station to pay for a plane ticket because we don't have a lot of money here.
We could buy dinner in Detroit. Come on.
Well, I was saying dinner. Yeah, plane ticket. I said we can't do.
Oh, okay.
If he can get himself out there,
Yeah.
we'll pay for dinner. And in Detroit, with your economy, it's probably like $5 anyway, right? So
it's like living in a developing country.
Oh, that's so mean.
but we'll pay for dinner for you guys if he can come out there. Would you be interested if he flies out there to go out with him?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yes.
We have to get an update of how the second date goes on this one.
Oh, definitely.
I think something could come of this. Yeah. I really do. I'm not a love at first sight girl, but I'm an incredibly amazing attraction at first sight that can turn very easily into love type of girl.
I now understand why romantic comedies do so well. Because people buy into them completely.
But maybe every once in a while a romantic comedy is actually based on real life. It has to come from somewhere.
It's not a romantic documentary.
All right. Hey, well, congratulations, you guys. Alexandra, now that you know that Trevor is going to come there, you guys have to sort it out and get back to us and let us know what happened after your date, okay?
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
God, I'm excited. I love love. Yeah, me too.
Oh, God.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Kelsey, please?
This is she.
Hey, Kelsey, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay. I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. I'm glad to be speaking with you.
Thanks. What can I do for you?
Well, you can start by telling me why you're not calling my boy Sean back.
Sean?
Yep. You know Sean?
That just got a little awkward.
I'm calling you because Sean, a guy that you hung out with a little while ago, emailed us for a second date update.
He did?
Yes, he did. He told us about how he met you at one of his shows and you guys talked for a while, but you haven't been texting him or calling him back, and he really was hoping to see if you guys could go out again, so he emailed us to give you a call.
Okay. This is so awkward. Look, I didn't mean to seem to lead this guy on, but, I mean, we only met each other once. I don't know why he's, like, putting this on the radio and everything.
Because he wants to see you again.
Yeah.
Is there a particular reason why you're not answering any of Sean's text messages?
He's a really nice guy, but I just don't think I'm really interested in seeing him again.
Okay, can you tell us why, though? Because he sent us an email. He really wants to know.
Do I really need to tell him? I mean, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Can he just leave it at that?
I mean, I guess it's up to you. You don't have to tell him, or you don't have to tell us, but he's curious. He would like to know. I mean, if he's doing something wrong, maybe he could fix it for future girls that he wants to take out.
Well, he's not doing anything wrong. It just didn't work out.
So he didn't do anything wrong, so why not see him again?
Actually, I don't want to see him again because I'm seeing somebody else right now, and it's kind of going well, and I want to keep it that way.
So you had a boyfriend, or you were dating somebody?
No, I was single when I met him. I just met another guy at the concert, and that's been going really well for me. And
What?
Okay, so you met some other dude at the concert.
Well, actually, before I met Sean, I had drinks with somebody else, and this guy and I hit it off a lot better than Sean and I did. So,
who is this dude? Who is this dude that's moving in on Sean's territory?
well, I am not territory, first of all. And secondly,
I'm just joking, Kelsey.
Secondly, the guy's name was Royce, and he was really cool. We really clicked well.
Really? Hold on. His name Royce? Really?
Hey,
you're not
Sean.
talking to me because of Royce?
Sean, hold on. I haven't told her that you're on the other line yet.
Oh, my God.
Kelsey, that's Sean. He was actually listening to the conversation.
What? Like,
I know Royce. He's a sleaze bag. You're not talking to me because of Royce?
What?
Really?
Wow.
What's going on right
Okay.
now?
oh, my gosh.
Yeah, Kelsey, that's how these things work. We kind of find out the reason that you're not calling somebody back, and they listen on the other line. Who is Royce?
Yeah, what's his...
Royce is the hype guy who went and grabbed her for me.
Oh, really?
Are you serious?
And he had drinks with her first?
Clearly, this is ridiculous.
Oh, my God.
So your boy who you're like, hey, go grab that girl.
He grabbed her
He
for
did
sure.
grab her, I guess.
I can't believe this happened. Kelsey, really?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but, we got along really well.
You do realize it's my hype man, right?
Okay. I don't see why that would affect how I feel about him. I mean, we've been getting along really well. He's a really cool guy.
Sean, have you actually talked to Royce about Kelsey not calling you back and everything, too?
Yeah, we actually talked a few times about it, and he played dumb on the whole idea. He was like, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, wow. That's
Wow.
messed
So
up.
one of the dudes in your own group moved in on Kelsey.
Wow.
I really feel like this is bullshit, and I don't understand why Royce would do this and be lying to me. And two, why Kelsey would choose this guy over me.
I mean, he was a great guy. That's all there is to it. I really enjoyed spending time with him. I have the right to choose who I want to hang out with.
Kelsey, can Royce do this? Mr. Seductive, a.k.a. counterproductive, stay doing nothing, but how do you trust him? I tell you, I'm changing the substance in your bodily functions from making you love him, a.k.a. verbal mental thugging. Basically, it's mental drugging. Now, come here. Let me get you more comfortable. As I flip you out of something, I commence to love it. My hobby is playing verbal volley from the looks of things. You like the word wrestle, probably.
Would you stop laughing?
That was really good, though.
It was pretty good.
Impressed.
Kelsey, you sure you don't want to think about it? Will you go out on a second date with Sean? We will pay for it. I think you should.
Yeah,
because that was pretty good.
He's like a good rapper, and he's really sweet.
Yeah, see?
I don't like you. That's the thing. Like, drop it. You barely know me.
Oh.
You barely know me. Find another girl at the concert. Like, really.
All right.
I mean,
Oh, man.
Sorry, Sean.
Was it? You think it was the lyrics?
No, I don't think it was the lyrics.
Good. The lyrics were good.
What are you going to do now, though, that you have to go back to your buddy Royce.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm still going to beat his ass.
How many people are there in your group, by the way?
4 of us.
All right, it's about to be 3.
Hello,
Hi, is Clay there?
this is Clay.
Clay, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning radio show. Have you heard of us before? I'm going to take that as a yes. It sounds like you haven't, but we're calling you this morning because you recently went on a date with one of our listeners, and she liked you so much that she actually emailed our show and asked us to give you a call to find out why you're not calling her back.
What?
Her name is Tracy, and I guarantee you, man, you remember this date. I guarantee it.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, that's such a sleazy laugh.
You remember hanging out with Tracy?
Gosh.
Yeah, the chick at the mall.
Yeah. That'd be the Tracy we're talking about. Well, Tracy is a listener to our show. Apparently, after that little encounter that you guys had, she's hit you up a couple times and asked to hang out, and you haven't responded. So Tracy wanted us to ask you if she did something wrong or if you're not interested, because she liked you and would love to see you again. She obviously liked you. I mean, you know that.
I don't know. She was cool. I would definitely like text her again. It just hasn't been like the right time, you know.
Hasn't been the right time,
There's
but come on.
There's
Look,
always a good time if you like her.
I mean, she was cool. She's not really like a dateable chick. She's like a chick I would definitely hang out with.
Okay.
I see what's going on.
And by
I mean,
by a girl you'd hang out with, Clay, do you mean a girl that you would do stuff with?
yeah, like she's like doable, but like not like really dateable.
She's
you know?
She's not dateable. All
She's
right.
a booty call. Okay.
And why?
Did she tell you what happened?
She did.
Yeah.
She told
what
us.
happened on our date.
She told us all about the date.
She told you about the dressing room.
Yep. She told us about the dressing room with the Gap.
Nice job, bro.
Yeah. You're getting high fives from every dude that listens to our show.
He didn't do anything. He just sat there. Come on.
It doesn't happen that often, Brooke. It's like if you were to see a unicorn or somebody, you have a friend that actually encountered a unicorn, you're going to shake his hand and say, that's awesome.
God, ladies.
So you just feel like she's the kind of girl that you're just going to hook up with.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I'll text her again. Like, I'll text her on like a Saturday night when I'm wasted. Like the right time to hang out with her.
All right.
Do you feel guilty at all for like leading her on, Clay?
Not really. Just tell her I'll call her. I mean, she wants me to call her. I'll call her. But
Yeah, I don't think you were leading her on. You were planning on calling her, just not maybe at the time she wanted you to call her. Maybe at 2 o'clock after the bars close and you don't have any other options. That's when you were thinking of calling her, but you didn't lie.
Like, she was super aggressive, man. It wasn't me. She was like all over me. If that's what she wants from me, then I'll give it to her when the time's right.
I have to say something because I'm not a booty call.
Clay, that's Tracy. She's actually been on the other line listening this whole time.
Yeah, maybe you could have mentioned that, huh?
Yeah. Sorry about that, but I forgot, like just like how you forgot to call her back, I forgot to mention that she was on the other line.
I don't even understand why you couldn't just text back and be, say something. Because I mean, I think that
I was
going
to totally text you back. I've been busy. I told you my brother was in town. I've been having to do like family stuff. I was going to text you. I just been busy.
Yeah, at like in the middle of the night as a booty call.
I don't mean that. I didn't mean that. I didn't know you were on the phone.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that. I didn't know.
I wouldn't have said it if I knew you were on the other line. Clay, if that's how you feel, just be straight with her. Be 100%.
No, you guys set me up. I was just trying to play along and like be cool on the radio. You guys like put words in my mouth or whatever.
You're clearly an ass. Like this.
I'm really not an ass. I really do like you, and I really was going to call you. Like you can't like.
You really like me? You just said that I was a booty call and that I was doable, but not dateable.
I didn't say you were a booty call. They said you were a booty call. I just was just like going along with what they wanted. Like I was trying to show up on the radio. I didn't mean that.
Clay, you did say she was doable and not dateable.
Yeah.
Well, from that one experience, I don't know, but I was going to date her again.
Clay.
You mean you were going to do her again is what you mean.
What is your problem, dude?
I just feel like really degraded, I mean, I understand that you like might think some things because I did that, but I just feel like you could have just said that to me.
Well, this is a weird situation. I mean, obviously I didn't mean anything I just said. Like you shouldn't like take that for what it is. I was just trying to be cool on the radio. Like I want to date you and I do like you.
God, you're such a liar.
So now you want to go out on a date? Like you want to go out on a date all of a sudden?
Yeah, I want to go on a date. I always wanted to go on a date. I told you I was going to call you. Like I said, my brother was in town. Like,
why didn't you just text me back and say I was busy? Why did you ignore the text?
I don't even remember getting the text, to be honest with you.
What? Tracy, do not believe any of this. Are you really honestly falling for this right now?
Tracy, you know how it works. Sometimes you meet someone and you go on a date. You don't want to call him back. You don't want to seem too eager. So maybe that's what Clay was doing. He didn't want to seem like he was like all sprung and trying to get at you right away. Like he wanted to give it a couple days.
Yeah, until
right,
Saturday
Clay?
night until he was
Is that what you're doing, Clay?
Oh my God!
No, I knew I had to get back to her. I just hadn't got around to it.
I'm trying to help you out, man.
I'm not an idiot. Like I know what's going on. I know he's like kind of maybe a jerk, but I do want to hear him out.
You mean
that's all I want.
Okay, then. How about we send you guys out on a second date?
Come on.
We will pay for it.
A thing to you guys, like I know it seems weird, but I do kind of want to go out with him again.
He must be hot.
He is really hot.
Oh, okay.
You guys could go for another mall trip. You might be banned from the Gap, but American Eagle's always available.
We're definitely not going anywhere near a mall.
I'm not going near a mall.
This is a horrible decision, Tracy.
There are other places with bathrooms and things like that, too. You're fine.
Oh, gross.
There you go, Tracy. You got your second date.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Greg, please?
Speaking.
Hey, Greg, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Sorry, what's that?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning, the radio show. How are you?
I'm okay. What's this about?
It's a segment we do on our show called the Second Date Update. Basically, if somebody goes out on a date and they get blown off, they email us and ask if we can get the other person on the phone to find out why. The girl that you went out with, her name is Chelsea.
Okay.
She told us a little bit about how you guys first met at the grocery store. She helped you with avocados, and then you asked for her number, and you guys went to coffee.
Yeah, that definitely happened.
Okay. Did you not like her? Because it sounds like from the tone of your voice right now, it sounds like you didn't really like Chelsea very much.
No. It's not that I didn't like her. Just a weird phone call to talk about the date.
Yeah, for sure. I get that. Can you tell us a little bit about it, though? She really wants to know why you're not calling her back.
I guess I could tell you guys about it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. So she told us about your date and said that, in her opinion, everything went great, but she hasn't heard from you. Can you explain the date to me a little bit in your words?
Yeah, she was really nice, and the date was going really great until she basically just got a little weird. She said something, and I couldn't really shake it, and I feel bad, but yeah, it was just a little weird.
Was it about not wanting to get married anytime soon? Because she felt like that might be the issue.
Really? That's why she thought I didn't want to call her back?
Yeah, she thought maybe you were a guy that was like looking to find a wife right away or something, and that scared you off.
Oh my gosh. No, that was not what scared me away. I don't really even know how to say this. We were talking about our jobs and things that make us interesting, and I told her that I was a professional dog walker, and then she started saying things that made her interesting, and like, I work part-time as a clown. I work in the medical industry part-time. I'm a swinger, and I do calligraphy, and she kept going.
Slow down. What
Back
did
up a
you
little
say?
bit.
No way.
No, that was my exact reaction. I was just so taken aback, and so I asked her, I was like, wait, you're talking about like swing dancing, right? And she said, no, you are thinking about the right thing. And then she just tried to keep going, and I could not drop it. It like completely changed.
Oh my God.
That's not something that you usually casually drop in a conversation. Like, yeah, I walk dogs, and then I have sex with lots of people, and then also
She lumped it in with calligraphy,
Yeah.
for God's sakes.
I couldn't even, I couldn't change the way I looked at her after that the rest of the date.
So you're not into dating swingers?
No, I mean, it's not something that I actively seek. I'm definitely looking for a long-term monogamous relationship, and I mean, she just said it so casually, it didn't seem like a big deal to her. I couldn't stop thinking about it. Like, what if I take her home to my parents, and she wants to sleep with my dad? You know, like,
I guess I've never thought about that before, yeah, but I guess if you're dating a swinger, you bring her home, some fun things, interesting things could happen.
it weirded me out, and
Yeah.
I mean, she's a sweet girl, and I feel bad, but I just couldn't drop it after that.
That's understandable, Greg. Greg, I also need to tell you something.
What's that?
Chelsea is actually on the other line listening right now.
What?
Yeah. Chelsea, are you there?
Yep.
Chelsea.
How's it going, Chelsea?
I guess I'm just like, why didn't you say anything? We could have talked about it. You could have asked me questions. I would have been like, no, I'm not a psychopath who's going to try and sleep with your father.
I didn't know what kind of questions to ask you about that. You just said it so casually and nonchalant. Like, I've just never met a swinger before, and it totally shocked me.
Okay, first of all, you've definitely met one before. They just didn't tell you about it.
That's a very good point, Chelsea.
Yeah. And second of all, never having met someone doesn't mean that they're bad. You know, there's...
I didn't think of it as bad. I don't think you're a bad person. It's just honestly not the lifestyle that I'm into, and I'm sorry I
fair.
wasn't upfront with you about that at the date.
Chelsea, do you always bring it up in that manner on first dates?
Not necessarily, but at the same time, I think it's better than like bringing it on somebody after going out for a while where they have all these assumptions.
Yeah, like
I'd
you
rather
guys
get
are.
it out of the way in the beginning and be honest, and then that way, if they do freak out, then I haven't gotten like.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Until you guys are like a couple months in, you're like, okay, it's finally time to meet my friends. Oh, and by the way, you're gonna have sex with all my friends too.
Right, but again, you wouldn't have to like.
I just
Well,
don't
it's just
understand.
ignorance. I don't think any of us really understand the swinging lifestyle. I've never been a part of it. It's always interested me. I think it's really cool that you're willing to do that, but I don't know anything about it, so that's just what I assume.
I think what's surprising to me is that it didn't cross your mind that that could be a potential reason why he's not calling you back.
Well, yeah, no, I guess it didn't because he didn't really have a reaction to it. Like I told him all that stuff, and he was like, "Oh, a clown, eh?" Like
that makes sense then.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to focus on that because it made me totally uncomfortable. I didn't know what to say about it. I appreciate the fact that you said it on the first date, and but I couldn't let it go.
I mean, I think that the thing is that it's more about options than anything else. It's about the fact that you're not like, we have to do this and you have to sleep with these people, but you're like, okay, well, do we want to be monogamous right now? Sure. Do we want to swing right now? Sure. Do you want to go on a date with someone else right now? Sure. Like 20 years from now, when you're bored with the sex with your current partner, that doesn't mean you have to break up. It means you have other options.
Greg, I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm going to beg you to say yes to this, okay? Would you like to go on a second date with Chelsea? I will pay for it.
Jubal's like, I want to be there.
You know what? Honestly, like, maybe I could be a little more open-minded, and
of course,
I would like to go on a second date. I would.
Awesome.
I'm really actually very surprised that you just said that.
Yeah. Chelsea, are you cool with going out on another date with Greg? Maybe tell him a little bit more about your lifestyle so we can understand it more?
Sure, if only to help spread the gospel of consensual non-monogamy.
Consensual non-monogamy. I like that term.
It does have a nice ring to it.
All right, well, awesome. We'll send you guys out again.
All right, great.
I got this great restaurant you go to. You put your keys at the door in a bowl.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to George, please?
George speaking.
Hey, George, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
All right.
Listen, we host a local morning show in town here in Seattle. I'm sure you probably have heard of us. I know we're big across the pond.
No, I'm sorry, I never heard of you.
No? Okay. Well, we have a local morning show here, and you went out with a girl on a date who's a friend of mine, and she's been trying to get a hold of you because she'd love to see you again, but you're not answering her phone calls, so she asked me to call you for her.
All right. Actually, what was her name?
Her name was Jackie. You met her at a bar a little while ago?
Yes. Yes, Jackie.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's just curious why you don't want to see her again, or if you do want to see her again.
I do want to see her again. I've just been very busy. I mean, we had a wonderful night that night. I saw her across the bar, and she was lovely, and we got on quite well. I actually liked her. It's been hard to answer this line.
So there's no other reason why you're not calling her back. You've just been busy.
Yes. Teaching classes during the day, and then at night, and it's very hard to get social.
Hey, George.
Oh, what?
I need to be honest with you.
Yep.
We're a show that does our homework.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And before we call anybody, we try to find out as much as we can about them.
Right. Okay.
That's why my producer Boyd, looked up all your information, checked around at the university that you claim to be working at.
Oh, no.
And found no record of an English guy with your name being employed there for the semester.
George!
What?
George, be honest! What the hell, dude?
Red-handed.
Did you put on a whole act just to get a girl in bed or what?
Okay, listen. All right, my name's not George.
I knew it! You sounded too much like a character from Clue and not enough like a real English person. Oh, you big fat liar, George.
Well, my brothers and I and my friends, we use the accent because, it helps. It helps to pick up chicks.
Yeah.
My name's actually Kevin.
Kevin, do you really have a separate phone line for, your British George character?
Yeah, this is my British phone.
Oh my God!
So what do you do then? Okay, so you gave her this romantic story about how you're in from London and you're teaching for the semester, and I'm just an educated man looking to have a little fun while I'm in town. Who are you? Who are you, Kevin?
Well, I actually live in town. I live by the airport.
Okay.
And I work at Target.
Hey,
That's
Kevin,
such a contrast.
So you lied. Do you regret lying to Jackie that night?
There's no harm intended. I actually really like Jackie. It's more interesting being a professor from the UK than a cashier at Target, isn't it?
Oh,
Definitely,
yeah.
yeah.
That story is perfect.
And that's why I didn't answer the phone, because, how am I going to keep it going?
Right. Hey, George.
Yeah, go ahead.
George or Kevin or whatever your name is.
Yeah.
Jackie is actually on the other line right now and heard everything you just said.
I can't believe your name is Kevin.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Now what?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's Kevin. Yes.
You're sorry you lied to me for an entire night and then didn't call me back?
Wow.
But you lied to me all night about, wanting to show me all the beautiful things in London and, wanting to take me to Big Ben and how beautiful it is when the fog lifts in the morning. Is all of that just a lie? It has to be. It is.
Obviously, because the fog doesn't lift in the morning, but yeah. No, I have an uncle that he grew up in London, and that's how I knew about those things. So it was kind of a lie, but it's from real sources.
And Jackie, real sources. And Jackie, he kind of delivered on his.
100% now.
Jackie, he did kind of deliver on his promise. He took you to see Big Ben later, right? Yes,
he did. Dude, why do you have to have such a weird way to pick up women? Why can't you just be a normal great guy and pick up women? If you have to lie just to get someone to go home with you.
Would you have gone home with me if I told you I was a cashier at Target and lived by the airport?
Interesting.
Long pause.
Yeah.
I know the answer to that because it's happened to me before. I mean, women are looking for somebody that'll support them, and I know this is a bullshit way to get laid, but
Well, George or Kevin, it's not a bullshit way to get laid because it worked.
Oh. Yeah.
So.
No, tell it. It's an efficient way.
Yeah. But you actually, Jackie, he says he likes you and would like to see you again. Would you give him a shot? We will pay for you to go out again on a second date. And you can go out with the American guy named Kevin, who lives by the airport and works at Target, and see if you actually enjoy his company.
And think about the story you could tell your friends, you met this British guy at the bar, and then he turned out to be Kevin at Target, and he's a really nice guy, and I like him.
Oh, nice, Kevin.
This is maybe against my better judgment, but he is a really sweet guy, even though he's possibly a compulsive liar.
Wow, those are some famous class
I can ask you as many questions as I want to, and you have to answer them brutally honestly, then yes, I will go on a second date with you.
Yes!
Jackie, are you not worried this is a major red flag? What if he turns out to have 12 kids and is an ex-con?
Well, then he'll have to tell me that because I get to ask questions and he has to be honest.
And
there you go.
If he says he's honest, I believe him. He won't lie.
Hello?
Hi, is Brett there?
He's not here at the moment.
Who am I speaking with?
This is his roommate.
Okay.
Who is this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Not bad. So what's your name, roommate?
My name is Paul.
Paul. All right, Paul. So are you answering Brett's phone?
No, this is my phone.
Okay.
What?
I'm calling because Brett, that's your roommate?
Yes, sort of, yes.
Is it a roommate air quotes?
Here, look. Okay, Brett recently went out with a girl who listens to our show, and then he blew her off, and she gave me this phone number to call to get a hold of Brett. So,
okay.
This is not Brett's phone?
This is not Brett's phone. No, this is my phone. But
why would
Brett, he does give out my phone number every now and then.
Brett gives out your phone number?
Yeah, I mean, oh my God, this is hilarious.
Can you explain to me what the hell is going on?
Yeah, so I don't want to say his real name because I guess this is on the radio, but Brett came up with this plan, which is actually kind of a genius. But Brett is not a real person.
What?
My roommate just goes on these dating sites, and what he does is he has a profile. He's got his picture. He's charming. He's got a good job. Whatever. And apparently, girls really love the name Brett.
Oh.
So he sets up dates with, 2 or 3 girls at the same location, and when he gets to that location and the girls are there, he looks in and then picks the one he actually wants to go out with, and it goes from there.
Are you kidding
What?
me?
Shut up.
And then the other girls have my phone number, or they call him or text him or something.
So you guys work together on this?
Yeah, sort of. I mean, I'll take phone calls for Brett, or I'll text for Brett,
You sound like this is just a normal phone call for you. A lot of people call you and ask for Brett?
Yeah, I get a couple of phone calls. They are usually from girls, so what threw me at first was you don't sound like a girl.
I feel like one.
So when a girl is sitting by herself, stood up at a bar, and texting about where you are, you're the one that's actually texting them and saying that, oh, something came up.
Yeah, sometimes, unless he chooses the girl that has my number, and then it's a whole other thing. But
you
yeah,
guys-
usually I'm the one texting.
Well, that is
a very elaborate scheme.
Yeah. And what do you get out of it? I mean, at least he's going on the dates. Why are you doing this for him?
I'm bored, so it's bored.
Oh my God!
Why are you? You sound like it sounds so much like you don't care at all. Like you're just like at least be like nervous and trying to cover it up. It sounds like you don't care one bit.
I mean, I don't really care. I mean, I think it's funny. Like, we sit at home.
All right.
Dude.
Well, the reason I was calling Brett was because Brett did that to somebody, and I guess you texted her back. Her name is Caitlin. I don't know if you remember Caitlin. I'm sure
Caitlin? That sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar. All right.
One of the many.
Hey, Caitlin is actually on the phone with us
I'm
because
so disgusted. This is
she was hoping
You're
to.
disgusting.
She was hoping to talk to Brett.
How the did you guys do this to me? It's so
I mean, I don't know who you
so
are. I didn't
offensive.
do anything, but like, I just texted you that it was. I guess it was like not going to work out or something. I don't know what I said, but
I don't even understand how you can be friends with this guy or help him. This is horrible. Do you
I've known
realize?
for a long time.
Do you realize
girls
these
are
women?
girls are crazy. Like, this is like just a fun thing we're doing.
You're calling girls crazy?
You guys are putting so much effort into just with women. I don't understand. Like, you're just as big of a douchebag as this guy is. You're just as big of an ass.
Hey, look, I mean, like, he was talking to you online. Like, maybe you don't look like your picture online. Maybe you
I
lied to
do
him
look like my
about
picture. I
something.
look exactly like my picture. Maybe he doesn't look like his picture. That's what you said. He's full of and you're helping him.
I mean, that's one of my best friends. I don't
He
know
told me
if
he
you
lives
would
in
like what
Belltown
you're saying
with a
about it.
doorman. It sounds like you guys live on some disgusting hole of an apartment and just like stay women together. What the hell is that? It's so disgusting.
Brett, do you even remember Caitlin?
I mean, I remember that name in my phone, but I mean, again, it was like 3 texts. It was like, it's not going to work out. Can't
I
talk
texted
right
a
now.
lot more than that, and he didn't respond, or you didn't respond, so you.
Wait.
See what I'm saying about girls, man? I mean, they're
Yeah.
all like
Hey, dude, you're right, man. Hey, you know what? You bait and switch girls, you fool them, and then they want to get angry about it, you know? I'm completely with you, whatever your name is. All right, well.
So disgusting. I had no idea it would be something that ridiculous. This is the most pathetic, disgusting story I've ever heard.
Hey, Caitlin, like, I know that was my roommate, and that's a totally different thing, but if you want to go out sometime, you got my number. Like, let's do it.
What? You did not. Absolutely not. Never in your wildest dreams would I go out with you, you pathetic piece of
Are you sure? I mean, it sounds like a sweetheart.
I mean, we can text. I got your number now, Caitlin. Like, let's talk about it.
Dude.
All right, hey,
So disgusting.
Paul or Brett or whatever your name is. Man, thanks for being honest, at least.
Yeah.
I mean,
No problem, man. Honesty is the best policy, right?
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
You're right. You're a moral, upstanding citizen, my friend.
Try to be honest with the women from now on, buddy.
Yeah, I'll be sure to do all that.
All right.
Oh my gosh. you're
Thanks,
so
Brett.
gross.
Or thanks, Paul. Or I don't even know what his name is
What's his
anymore.
face? Who cares? It doesn't matter.
He's gone. Caitlin.
I'm so pissed off. That was ridiculous.
Understandably.
That's
Yeah, I think that might be the biggest D-bag we have ever talked to. Not even in a second date update, just on the show in general.
But thank God, Caitlin, that you weren't the one that he actually chose and you never found out about all this.
I know. I'm never online dating again. They've ruined it for me.
You know what, Caitlin? I don't feel like this second date update is done. I'm going to make it my mission to get this guy's real number, whoever Brett is, and so we can do another second date update for you. Do you want to do that?
No.
No? Well, but maybe he has a good excuse, and then you guys could go out like we were talking about earlier.
Not in a million years.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.